And I'm not trying to beat you up, but I feel very strongly about this because what I do all day long is deal with people that don't have the options they should have had because education wasn't maximized when they had a chance.
Sir, he is getting the most education. He is thriving. He scored the highest on the testing. He's there. He's doing the work.
But he's not there every day.
He has diarrhea. You can't get a doctor's note.
You're going to tell me that all of his misses are because he's sick.
He has been sick. Yes, I have.
But that's not my question. She just stood there and said some of the times he's missing is because you have issues.
Mostly.
Then you two get your story together before you talk to me.
I was full time.
That means he's not in school because of mom's issues.
It's been a bad year, I think, for everybody.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I mean, I've never dealt with your health issues, so I'm sympathetic. But the problem is, this is the second time you've been here for the same issues.
Gotcha.
Mr. Bowditch, your appearance.
Your Honor, today's date on hearing in this matter. Ms. Crane is going to plead guilty to the violation of parental responsibility with the understanding the matter will be taken under 771 for a period of 12 months.
Thank you. Ma'am, did you discuss your rights and options with Mr. Bowditch? You understand those rights and the options they give you? You understand the possible penalty for this charge? Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty? Pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? All right, so son, daughter. All right, how old is your daughter? And what is her name? Riley?
Yeah, during this previously, and this Foley Carter wished that the attendance include, and that's why the 771 because.
Good. Good.
So whatever the issue was, it has been resolved.
Okay.
It's the fact that this poor young lady is pretty much doing hospice with her mother, and there were some distractions.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the attendance hasn't.
Okay. How many days did she miss? More than 15, more than 20?
She didn't miss something at all, but here on this policy is if they're past 9:30, the first part of the day is marked absent. So she was late quite a bit, probably 2 or 3 times a week. She was
Okay.
like 6 minutes past that time frame because I was driving from to where my mom is.
Right.
And I was having a hard time getting on the other side of that 30-minute window, but he wasn't. But
Okay.
I figured out, hopefully they can change before, next school year, but.
Okay. I need to know how many absences so I can accept the plea. No conversation with the prosecutor? That's enough. That's enough. Yeah, I'll accept. All right, so for 12 months, I'll delay sentence. For 12 months, stay out of trouble, no new charges, and no more attendance issues, then it gets dismissed at the end of 12 months. Understood? All right, good luck with your mom. You're welcome.
Yeah, was, I know I gave you one, Vestella and German and.
Mr. Charles.
Oh, yeah, Donnie Charles.
Yeah, she's got him. Yep, she's got him.
On 5A, but on the 521, we didn't take the phone calls.
Just hang around to get yours up for you.
On the A and B. I'm gonna guess the maybe she wasn't scheduled for today. Yeah. So if you can take more. Thank you. Okay. Oh, yeah.
All right, go ahead, counsel.
Client is here today, I'm a driver of the building, it does time she wishes.
Ma'am, you understand your rights and options?
Yeah,
You discussed those with counsel? Yeah, and you understand, do you understand the possible penalty for the charge? Up to 90 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. I just want to make sure you understand the possible penalties.
that is a
Okay,
legal.
you understand that now that I tell you that? Okay, understanding your rights and options, understanding the possible penalty, are you pleading guilty today freely and voluntarily? Okay, son or daughter with the attendance issues?
No funds is only real.
What's his name?
Your Honor, this class has had some pretty severe health problems of her own. She did tell me that she was here earlier with another case. She mentioned she was taking her children to Disney World. And you said a vacation was not a problem.
Wait, look, Kenny, I'm so sorry. With my daughter,
With
I
her
had
daughter.
foreseen you last year, put me on that recording, and I said I was worried about my children missing 10 days to go to Disney for the first time. You said that shouldn't be an issue.
So they can't.
No. If you thought I gave you permission to have your kids more absence from school, you misunderstood me.
Then that's.
Because I don't excuse absences, the school excuses absences. It's not a problem for you to leave the state while you're on a delayed sentence. You're not here because you took the kids to Disney.
That was part of the missing of the days.
How many days have they missed since your last charge?
It's been, this says 39 verified.
It counts.
So I'll take 10 off for Disney.
Well, no. AM and PM. So if I picked him up for like a doctor's appointment, that's a whole day. So they do AM attendance, PM attendance. So if he missed, if it says right here, if he's missed, that's 4 absences, not 1. So they are about, so technically 19
So-
verified.
19 verified absences, 10 of which were the Disney trip.
Yes.
There's no way in hell she thought I was authorizing her to take her kids out of school.
I understand, Your Honor. I would also note that in addition to Jameson having some medical issues, which Mom has shown me proof of, requiring antibiotics and so forth, my client had to have surgery. She's going through the Oakwood or Corwell breast cancer
Good luck.
treatment, and that has led to some issues with getting him early so she can get to doctor's appointments, things like that, because she's using schools of choice, so
Then stop using school of choice.
Romulus.
Romulus is a better school than no school.
I was like to say that my son is not getting behind.
I don't care. I don't care if the kid's getting all A's. He's not getting the most of his education if he's not there every day. It's just simple math.
it is rough on her with her.
I imagine it is, but then she's got to make other arrangements because her kid's got to be educated. So am I going to see you again next year?
No, because I didn't know that I didn't know he was missing that many days. I didn't know.
Why don't you know that though, Mom? Why don't you know what his schedule is?
They never sent me any.
Mom, every school district I know has a computer program where you log in and you can see his real-time attendance issues.
Never really had attendance issues.
Because you're not logging in. That's my point. That's my point. They've got the technology so you can log in and see at the end of the day, you can see, did they give him credit for today or not?
Yeah, I didn't know that until after the fact.
And your tone of voice tells me you think that's somebody else's fault.
He was just.
It's somebody's fault. It's your fault.
Worried, it was why he knows that I'm hungry. It wasn't just because we were not doing anything. He had been sick. We have doctors know that they're not.
I understand that, but none of that matters. He's still got to get educated. Somehow you got to figure out how to get him the best education he can, even if he's got health problems. Because when your kid's 30 years old and he's struggling in life because he didn't get the education he could have gotten, the fact that he didn't get that education because of health problems don't make his struggles any easier. I mean, I'm not trying to beat you up, but I feel very strongly about this because what I do all day long is deal with people that don't have the options they should have had because education wasn't maximized when they had a chance.
Sir, he is getting the most education. He is thriving. He scored the highest on the testing. He's there. He's doing the work.
But he's not there every day.
He has diarrhea. You can't get doctors know.
You're going to tell me that all of his misses are because he's sick.
He has been sick. Yes, I have.
But that's not my question. She just stood there and said some of the times he's missing is because you have issues.
mostly.
Then you two get your story together before you talk to me.
I was fine.
That means he's not in school because of mom's issues.
It's been a bad year, I think, for everybody.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I mean, I've never dealt with your health issues, so I'm sympathetic. But the problem is, this is the second time you've been here for the same issues. Same issues. Anything before I sentence?
I said, rough time right now. She doesn't own her own business, which she was had posting on.
What business were you in?
That you told me it was for 6 weeks.
Yeah, I've been on work for 6 months.
Oh,
It
wow.
got permanently closed.
Okay,
Well, that's, I didn't mean that.
okay. I don't know what you mean, refinery to me makes gasoline out of oil. Okay,
She has not worked 6 weeks,
okay,
but I didn't mean to lie.
I was like, wait, don't tell me that.
okay.
No, she's open. She will.
All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Fines and costs are $500. Can you pay it today?
No.
Go downstairs and they'll tell you all your options.
No, I'm not gonna. You, they'll get it to you downstairs. Well, good luck.
So it's already done.
Garner, is that yours?
I didn't. We have 2 minutes.
What's our next date for, here
Giving.
Just have a seat right there, ma'am. Right there. Anyone, just have a seat.
Yeah,
We're gonna get you a notice for June 22nd.
at 1 p.m.
It is, is this a violation of parental?
Yeah.
It's at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay, well, go back to the prosecutor on this one, Your Honor.
Might not want the adjournment?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
Up to the same.
Yeah.
Well, you can take, oh, yeah.
I got it.
How about Marie Lindsay Say?
Your Honor, good afternoon, this is Buzzin, yeah, this report of sciences, hearing out the defendant for reading it when you say, ladies and gentlemen. Tell you your names, Maureen, then you kind of
Thank you.
state for this state is on probation of this court for a criminal responsibility conviction. The allegation is that she has been non-compliant and the child has missed $283 in school. How do you want it?
Son or daughter? How old is he? Go ahead, counsel.
What do you want to tell the judge?
Yeah, I don't know if you remember me, but it's the same thing from me, therapy. For me, having seizures for the past 4 years. So virtual, I think this is from virtual, because my mom goes to school every day. I think this is virtual from Fridays, where he's missing 200 and something hours. I am going to talk to him. I think that probably the principal not even know this. We're talking about summer school for him because he's a grade behind. And I'm trying to get him to go to summer school so he can graduate next year with his class.
Okay,
Well, he's supposed to, you know.
okay.
So,
Does he struggle with traditional seat in the butt or butt in the seat chair, school? Does he have trouble with all that? Then why is he doing virtual on Fridays?
that's what the school do, virtual.
Okay,
But sometimes he do go in, they do let the kids go in from, I think it's from like, 7:45 to 3 o'clock. The earliest he could pick them up is 12 o'clock. But neither one of my kids that go there, they just rather do virtual. So my other son, he's doing good on there. Mine, I thought he was on my.
so let me give you something to look into. Look into the Michigan Youth Challenge Academy. If Ahmad went to the challenge, it'll start sometime in July. By Christmas, he's done with high school. Depending on how many high school credits he has when he starts that program, he might even come out of the program with some college credits. Okay? Completely done with, it doesn't cost you a thing. Okay? The downside for most kids is that's 5.5 months in Battle Creek while mom and everybody else is here. So a lot of kids can't handle the homesickness. But I've sent scores and scores of kids there in the last 20 plus years. I think it's probably the best program that I'm aware of, especially for free, that gives a kid a chance to completely reinvent him or herself. The main thing I see with the kids that go through there is kids that have never been really excited about their options for the future because they've been, beat up, school's been a struggle, whatever. They walk out of there and their feet aren't touching the ground because they feel like they can do anything. And it doesn't take long for life to change their mind, but they feel like they can do anything. So I don't know what Ahmad thinks he wants to do post high school, but he'll be exposed to the military. He'll be exposed to trade schools. They've actually got a program after the first 5.5 months. If he wants to go into the trades, there's another program that he can get into. Okay? So it's Michigan Youth Challenge Academy. It's jointly funded by the state of Michigan. It's actually part of the state police budget and the National Guard.
It's something like job for?
No, it's like boot camp meets community college. It's highly structured, and I mean highly structured. The military recruiters love to sign kids up that go through the challenge because most people that get into the armed forces, most people that leave within the first year because they don't realize what they're getting into. Kids that go through the challenge, it's a seamless move right into boot camp because boot camp is highly structured. All right. So literally, and I'm going to make up times because I don't know what time everything is. But for example, they wake the kids up at 7 o'clock. By 7:15, they got to be up, ready, standing in line for chow. All right. Breakfast is from 7:15 to 8:30. I'm making this up. At 8:30, they go out and they do, an hour and a half of calisthenics. Then they're in class for 3 hours. Then they do this. And then they're in class for another couple hours. It's literally like from early in the morning till 9 o'clock at night when it's lights out. Okay. Super structured environment. Most kids don't get that. Most kids thrive when they do. All right. So I'm not saying you have to do that. I'm just saying that's something you should probably look at because it might be real good for him.
Well,
But you can't wait too long to make the decision because you don't just get to say, oh, it starts next week. I want in. There's paperwork you have to have in place and everything else. It's a process to get accepted into the program. So your timing is good. It'll start in July. So you've got plenty of time to do all the paperwork and get everything lined up if he wants to do that. Okay. All right. So let's get back to business. All right. So, but we agree that while you're on this delayed sentence, his attendance has still been a problem. Right? Okay. So the prosecutor's asking me just to close this file and enter the conviction. You understand that? Have you talked about it?
Yeah, we did. It's rough with the sevens.
Yeah, I know.
They
Yeah.
live in their own world.
he actually works at the
He works where? I'm sorry.
for 3 years.
Good.
I didn't want to go to retail, but I sat here today.
Mhm. Yeah.
We're thinking about trying to get him in some type of program, maybe he might be interested in being an officer. I never thought about that, but I was just like, this is something that.
Tell him to check out the challenge.
Okay.
Because I'm going to guess he's not one of those kids that's all into the high school stuff, like with proms and homecoming dances and all that kind of stuff. That's the,
He's a good kid.
no, I'm not suggesting he is. I'm suggesting that the challenge does real well with kids that just school isn't really their thing.
Yeah, trades.
Yeah,
I have 2 sons who are electricians. And by the way, the older one's making more money than I've ever made.
Yeah. Yeah. I know a lot of guys in the trades that are doing 6 figures all day long. All day long. Yeah. Yeah.
He want to go to nursing school.
Mhm.
To graduate on time.
Graduate.
I'm telling you, he'll be done by Christmas if he goes to the challenge. And here, there's only 2 reasons, well, 3 if you count getting pregnant, but that's not going to be his problem. There's only 3 reasons I've seen kids that I sent there not finish. One kid, and I remember him very well, he was challenged. They worked with him and they worked with him and they worked with him. He just couldn't handle the schoolwork. Okay. He had pretty serious IEPs when he was in school, and he just couldn't cut the academics. Other than that, and I've seen more than one have this problem, attitude. You know, because it's boot camp, right? They're yelling, get in line. You got 30 seconds. It's time to go to chow, you know, and they get in your face and they do. And if he can't bite his tongue and he's got to say what he wants to say, it doesn't work well. So as long as he can tamp down an attitude. So if he doesn't have an attitude problem and he's willing to do what they tell him to do, he'll be fine. Is he kind of a physical guy? Like athletics?
Yeah, he kind of working on.
Yeah. So it's real physical, right? It's calisthenics. Check it out online. It might be a really good program for it. All right. Anything else, ladies?
Yeah, Job Corps is another good program, but
I'm telling you, Job Corps won't do what this will do for him. And once again, it's 5.5 months away from home, and you can't even see him for the first 2 weeks. They won't even let him have visitors for the first 2 weeks. Once that first 2 weeks is up, then you can schedule visits and, you know, talk on the phone, that kind of stuff. There's a lot. Go online. You check it out, and then get him to check it out. All right. Anything else?
they got the job where you're another welder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good stuff. But
Yep.
sounds pretty.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to close that file. Conviction will enter. You're on a payment plan on some other stuff now. You got a payment coming up the end of the month, next week. Okay. You're good. Good luck, Mom.
Okay, good luck. Good luck with that, thank you.
Aaron, is it Carr? Come on up, ma'am. Not one of yours. Oh, did you have another one up here?
Yeah.
Washington? Yeah. Miss Carr, I'm sorry. Just have a seat. I want to get the attorney back in the hallway.
Yeah.
Yep. Washington?
Morning, good afternoon, last weekend, 34696, appearing on behalf of the defendant, Brianna Washington. Your Honor, today's an arraignment will waive formal reading and stand mute, and we are going to resolve this.
All right. She's asking me to dismiss another ticket, but I only have one file.
Click here, after, just a little case file, apparently.
First name is Brianna, 1N. All right, so she's going to plead guilty to the case ending in 938 under a delayed sentence, and we're going to dismiss the case ending in 559. Did you discuss your rights with counsel? You understand your rights and the options those rights present to you? And you understand the possible penalty for this charge today? Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty to the charge? Are you doing so freely and voluntarily? All right, we got son or daughter. What's her name? Like the flower? Lily. One L. Well, two L's. And how old is Lily? 8? Okay, how many days has she missed? Okay, you satisfied, counsel? So am I. So what's the issue and what are we doing so it's not a problem next year?
And get her up, she'll come, she'll feel good, she's sick. I leave her. We're gonna make sure that she's actually sick, and if she's not, she's going.
Okay,
Yeah, my client does have also an 11-year-old girl runner, and neither one of them have an issue.
okay. So I'm no parenting expert, okay? Sounds to me like she doesn't like going to school and she's always got an excuse. What's going on?
There, he's waking up and getting ready for school.
Okay. Okay. All right. So it's not something going on in the bus ride she doesn't want to face. Okay. 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 Yeah. I'm assuming you've had her to a doctor. She doesn't have any medical issues that cause sleep problems or anything like that. Okay.
She's a very heavy sleeper, barely hates to get up.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you know how the delayed sentence works? I'm gonna keep you under my thumb for 12 months. No new charges and no more problems with attendance, and then this gets dismissed. All right, any questions? All right. Hold on, what do we got here? Oh, you got another charge coming up on June 22nd? Oh, that's the one we're dismissing. Did you find it?
In the, yeah,
Okay,
days, but they
yeah.
wrote them in the same month.
Two tippings, I thought it was just an accident.
Well, it sounds like it. The prosecutor's treating it that way. Okay. Good luck, Mom.
You're all set. Thank you, your machine stopped the count.
Nope, she's good to go. Is Garner yours too, counsel?
In the morning, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm all set.
Okay, come on up, man. I got the Garner for adjournment, but I don't know where he's at. Good afternoon. All right, let's see what we got. You're going forward without an attorney, correct? Okay.
Please, Aaron.
Oh, great. Okay, the prosecutor wants me to dismiss your ticket. I'm assuming that's okay.
Yes.
Okay, all right, good, good. All right, have a great day. Dismissed.
Thank
All right, let's start with Kelly.
you.
Your Honor, for the record, Your Honor, for the record, Jeff Botts, appearing on behalf of Ms. Kelly. Ma'am, could you tell the judge your name for the record, please?
Hi, Kelly.
Thank you. What's your name? Abigail? How old are you, kid?
Your Honor, today's the date and time set for a hearing in this matter. As far as the 2026 case, that matter is going to be dismissed. Ms. Kelly was on probation, I believe, last year for the same event. Now this event popped up, so the prosecutor is recommending that that be involved. But she's going to dismiss this one this year because Abigail has turned the corner, and I think she's going to be a good student.
Heather, I do not have last year's file, so we'll just have to do it on, yeah, we'll just have to do it on computer. Okay. All right. All right, so no objection to dismissing the 2006 case? All right. Tell me when that delayed sentence is off.
August 5th of 26.
Okay, all right. All right, so you understand the prosecutor's asking me to enter the conviction on last year's, dismiss this year's. Okay, you're okay with that? Okay, all right. And what grade are you in, kid? How do you do academically? What's that mean?
Sometimes I'll have shoot.
You gotta speak up. Get closer to the mic.
Sometimes I'll shoot. Sometimes I'll have to get it.
Yeah, but I want to know what your grades are. Are you getting more B's or more D's? All right,
Give us.
okay. So right now, tell me what your grades are. Start with your first hour, just give me like B, D, C, what is it?
Science, or you have to get science. Social studies, you have to have science, and the rest of it is that I only have to go more than that.
Okay, so what grade are you in? 7th grade. All right, so what do you think you want to do after high school? Any idea? How come? Okay. You know anybody that is a professional hairstylist? You just missed a lady. She owns her own salon. 10 minutes ago, I could have had you talk to her. Do you know anybody that has done that for 20 years? All right, find somebody. Best career advice I can give you is if you think you want to do X, find somebody that has done X for 20 years and talk to them. Okay? Here's what I know. A lot of young ladies your age think they want to do that for a living because, you know, you get together with your girlfriends over the weekend and, you know, you play with hair and makeup and it's fun. Do that same thing for 12 or 14 hours a day, 6 days a week, standing on a concrete floor. It's not so much fun after 10 or 15 years. You follow me? Same way I got people tell me I want to be a mechanic. Talk to a mechanic. You know, mechanics spend most of their life on a concrete floor, a lot of it laying on their back. Takes a toll on your body. So find somebody that's done what you think you want to do, because the time to figure that out isn't when you're 10 years into that career, it's before you get into it. Make sense? And it's not hard to do, okay? In my experience, most people that do something for a living and have done it long-term love to talk to people about it, especially if it's only to say, make better choices because this is a real hard job when you're past 40, okay? Because a lot of things you can do when you're 20, no big deal. But as your body ages, your body says, no, we're not doing that anymore. Okay? So promise me you'll do the research on that. Okay. All right. So let me give you a lecture that you don't want. If you, because I know you're not on grade point system now, right? Middle school. All right. But you will be in high school. So if you've got a 1.5 or 1.6 grade point average, and that's all you're capable of, and what I mean is you're giving 110%. You're trying, you're asking for help, but you know, that's all your brain can handle is a 1.5. Then I'm fine with that because you're doing everything you can. Remember what I said, asking for help. Okay? So you're doing all the work, you're putting the energy in, you're taking it seriously, and you're asking for all the help that's available. But if you've got a 1.5 when you're capable of doing 3.0 work, then shame on you. Make sure that you're always giving it 110%. All right? Because with an IEP, you've got extra resources available to you, right? Are you taking advantage of all of them? You're sure? Okay. Continue to do that throughout high school. Because when you walk out of high school, how much you learn in high school, to a large extent, determines how many options are available to you after high school. Okay? All right. I feel better now. Go away.
Thank you, Ron.
You're welcome. So next up is Brown Balin. Beelan, how do you say it? Beelan, come on up. Okay. Ma'am, I'm sorry, have a seat right there. We're just going to give you a notice.
You just need to verify something.
Okay, just have a seat. We'll give you a paper notice for the next court date. Right there, anywhere. Just find us here. Yeah. Save your steps.
Yeah, that's fine. June 22nd at 9 a.m.
Yeah, you see all the big notice spray that she selling those windows. You seen them going by? They don't hawk it, even keep them right behind.
You probably got a pigeon up there he's after.
Looked like an after something. It's the closest I've ever seen one of them fly up those windows.
Are you ready on Hunter? We're doing a 1-for-1.
Yes, indeed.
Do we care which one?
I don't think.
Okay. You trying to poach your client?
I think that poach is. We just start calling names and getting documents.
Appreciate that. Your appearance for Miss Hunter.
Sir Josh Hadley, bring on behalf of witness to state your name for the record.
Thank you.
So you're presenting the court with our plea offer. We will be entering a guilty plea under the delayed sentencing statute, sentence of one to 1 count of criminal responsibility violation. It actually be dismissed out.
Thank you. Ma'am, I've got paperwork that says you got a son and you've got a daughter. So let's start with your son. What's his name? Eric? How old is Eric? All right. And your daughter's name?
Azaria Allen,
Spell it, Azaria.
Ariyyah.
It's a pretty name. How old is she? Okay. So she's not even human right now.
No.
She'll be human again, hopefully a couple years. Yeah. Nothing worse than old middle school girls. All right. Really? You got lucky. Good. Good. All right. So my paperwork says that Eric has missed 265 hours and Azaria has missed 129 hours. Sound right? You satisfied with the facts? All right. I will accept the plea. So what's going on and what's the plan so that's not a problem next school year?
Well, that's the reason as to why they missed little man, Eric and Mr. Westphal, because a lot of it was suspension. He got suspended for 10 days at a time, multiple different occasions.
What's he getting in trouble for?
Just is he the class clown, he likes to put his hands on people.
He thinks he's an entertainer. Yeah.
So I got to the point where I was pretty much finding it for either withdraw from the grade felon and then he'd be able to go to.
Right.
So I went through.
When's he turn 16? When's he turn 16?
I'm sorry, it was another part of the missing school. Why did school so much? I was in a bad car accident. Actually, 2 different ones. I was almost nearly decapitated. I don't know if you see it from there.
My eyes aren't that good, but
You could see my skull, but I had the police report and everything. You could legit, that, how bad last
You're
rate.
doing pretty well now.
I'm doing much better, yes. Other than dealing with,
The litigation, the headaches, the physical headaches and the legal headaches.
When was the accident? Okay, wow, you're doing real good, yeah.
2 weeks later, I bought a new car. And then the day after my dog's 13th birthday in March, 2 months later, same exact spot, Telegraph and Greeley, somebody smashed into me again, coming out of the Taco Bell parking lot, as a voice down Telegraph. They told me that vehicle also.
But, let's see, you have, with these little accidents, maybe stopped future ones because it looks like you said they're putting in.
Yes, I'm the reason for the construction at, Breland and Telegraph. If you go that way,
I don't.
turning like that.
Good, well, maybe it'll prevent that. Good.
So it doesn't help her in this situation.
Right.
Here I won't say she's never gonna be in a car accident again, but we definitely know that her major, life situations were a big contributor to a lot of these absences. I know her son had a lot of suspensions, but as we were kind of going through it definitely fed into it. So I think forward looking, obviously, car accidents would be great.
A lot of it was me having to sign them out, because I had to work around when I had to be, when somebody would be able to
Right.
pick them up. So at those times I had to pick them up
Right.
early.
Right,
I didn't know that counted.
yeah,
So that was another part that played.
all right.
But it's the first and last time. It's
All right. So Mr. Hadley's explained to you how the delayed works. I'm gonna have you under my thumb for 12 months. Don't commit any new crimes and the attendance issues don't continue next year. Then we'll dismiss it. I want you to think about something for your son though. I think they might have changed the age qualifier, so I want you to check this out online. To me, it sounds like he's a kid that doesn't do well with just conventional school. Yeah.
Yeah.
So check out the Michigan Youth Challenge Academy. It used to be he had to be 16 to go to the program. They do it twice a year. They run one that starts in July and they run one that starts in January. So even if that's still the case, I want you to check it out though, because they might have changed it. You could do the January one. So let's just assume that's the case. He's still got to be 16 to start. He goes in January, goes to Battle Creek. For the first 2 weeks, you can't even talk to him. I mean, it's like lockdown. They just keep him so busy, they don't have time for anything. But 5.5 months later, he's done with high school. Done with high school. So how he's done depends on what he takes with him. So it depends on how many high school credits he's got. So he might come out with a GED. He might come out with a diploma. Kids that have got a bunch of credits when they go there, they actually come out with some college credits because the program is they actually bring community college professors from Kalamazoo Community College. They bring them onto campus and teach the kids. So I tell people it's like boot camp, like military boot camp meets community college. All right? Michigan Youth Challenge Academy. I've sent lots and lots of kids there over the last 20, almost 30 years. Yeah.
He's only, right now, he's going to the 20 next break.
Yeah. Does it? Then that means he's not gonna end up with any college credits, right? He might only end up with a GED, but he's still done with high school and he can do whatever the next step is, right? Now here's where it really pays off. I mean, that's huge to me, but here's where it really pays off. When he comes out, he's going to be exposed to the military because they're going to have the recruiters on campus all the time talking to the kids, trying to sell them on the military because military recruiters love to sign kids up that come out of the challenge because those kids know what to expect from boot camp, right? They don't say, oh, I'm homesick, I got to go. I don't know if you knew this, but recruiters, the way their job performance is measured is how many of the people they sign up to go into the Army, the Navy, Coast Guard, whatever, how many of them stay beyond 1 year. That's how their job eval works. Right? So if they sign up a bunch of kids that stay for their 4-year enlistment or 3 or 10 year, whatever they do, that looks really good for the recruiter. And they know that the main reason most people don't last the first year when they go into the military is because they've never existed in that structured of an environment. Michigan Youth Challenge Academy, boot camp meets community college. So if I'm a recruiter and I know if your Eric comes out of the challenge and he's ready to go into the Army and you said, bud, as soon as you're 17, I'll sign the paperwork, you're gone. That recruiter wants him bad because there's a really good chance he'll stay for his entire enlistment, right? Because if you think about it, the military puts a whole bunch of money into them that first year. And if they leave after that first year, they lose their investment, right? So check it out. They've got a real good online presence. They also do open houses, right? and orientations, like they used to always have them at the Armory in Taylor. Okay, so they take the show on the road, so you don't have to go to Battle Creek to see what they're all about. But check it out. So even, and it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. So even if he can't get in until he's 16, he could be working towards that for next January.
15. So
They did change it.
Oh, so get it out the routine up.
No, so all right. So now the pressure's on, because you can't wait until the end of June to say, yep, he's going, because there's a lot of paperwork. All right. So get started on it. Yep.
The youth is not yet 16 on day one, but will turn 16 before the last day of the cycle. It's considered 15 and a half.
Yeah, and the cycle's 5.5 months. Yep.
Learn something.
Yeah. Oh, it's a great program. It's great. It's a huge confidence builder because, kids, they end up accomplishing things academically and physically that they never thought they could do. Like, I'm good at math. I didn't think I was good at math. You know what that can do for confidence, right? When you think you suck at something and all of a sudden you realize, I'm not bad at this. That's a huge confidence builder. So I told the mom a few minutes ago, I've seen kids come out of there and not even, their feet aren't touching the ground, right? A couple months later, the world's kicked them around a little bit and they realize they can't do anything they want, but they feel like they can. And that's a good way to start a new stage of life. All right. All right. So back to business. Stay out of trouble. No attendance issues. We dismiss it. Any questions? Goodbye. Good luck.
Yeah. Great day.
You indicted this case without DNA or ballistics? The judge completely exploded during a heated courtroom hearing after learning prosecutors moved forward with serious charges before critical evidence was even finished. The courtroom instantly turned tense when defense attorneys revealed they were still waiting on DNA reports, ballistics testing, and other major discovery evidence months after the indictment. That's when the judge went off. He blasted the prosecution for treating criminal cases like paperwork instead of real human lives, angrily saying he would never indict cases in the past without having autopsies, ballistics, and proper evidence ready first. The judge warned that innocent people could lose jobs, freedom, and thousands of dollars fighting charges before the truth even comes out. Then came the moment that silenced the entire courtroom. People better start viewing people as people. The judge called the situation one of his biggest pet peeves and even slammed the system for making defense attorneys pay for massive evidence drives just to review discovery. By the end of the rant, the judge ordered prosecutors to personally track down the missing evidence before the next hearing could continue. Do you think cases should ever move forward before all major evidence is ready? Let me know in the comments.